travelers, I'm Kimmy.
And I'm Kari.
And welcome to our Disney Wish haul and review video. Let's go! Alright everybody, welcome to our video. We are going to first start off with all the merch that we got while on board the Disney Wish for our inaugural sailing. So let's start with items that were free. Alright, first up, as you come aboard, you can get a magic wand. Yes, you can get your wishing wand, and you can get it if you're an adult or a kid. Yep. You can get them in the Grand Hall right after you enter the ship. They'll just have a big bin, and cast members will just be handing them out. Yep. They'll hand them to the kids, and if you ask as an adult, they'll give you one. And since we did back-to-back, we didn't get just one wand. We got 2 wands. So we got 2 wands, and it was free. Next up, of course, as you go into your stateroom, if you're silver or gold members, you're going to get gifts. And the first thing you're going to get is your lanyard. So we're gold members, and we got our gold lanyards. This was for our 7th cruise and for our 8th cruise. Next up, this time in the room, oh yes, if you watched our vlog videos, you get a bag. Or maybe you watch somebody else's vlog. So we have 2 because we did the back-to-back. So you get this big bag, which you can use for things, and it's even got like this pocket protector thing. I think people said maybe like a laundry bag. Yeah, and it says Disney Wish Inaugural Sailing, Disney Cruise Line. And inside this bag, we got this bag. With another bag. This is like a beach tote. It has a really cool zipper. Yes, it has a little pocket inside, and it says Inaugural Sailing. And we saw a lot of people getting their bags signed with Sharpie from the characters on the ship. And inside the bag, we had this. Oh, you're showing these. Okay. Yes. And there was two each in each bag, so now we have 4. Some people were saying it's a cover for your towel, like to place. Yeah, so the towel holder. That's what they said the tag says. Oh, the towel holder over your chair, and it holds the towel for the wind. Other people said they want to put it over their luggage, like to be able to tell their suitcase. Yeah, on an airplane. So, all right. Next up, we have this, and this is like a little passport document holder. Yes, it came in this box. You can hold cards, passports, tickets. Yeah, it's pretty. It's actually pretty big though. Yes, it's even got a pen holder. I didn't see that. It says Disney Cruise Line, Disney Wish, and it says Inaugural Sailing. So any of these inaugural sailing items is you can get these merch items for the first year of the Disney Wish sailings. Yeah, and I read that inaugural sailings are actually only the first 32 sailings, but I heard that the merchandise was going to be out for the first year. Okay. I don't know if that's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. Another thing we had in the stateroom that I bought prior to the trip online. It was online. It got off. We ended up calling Disney, and then while we were requesting servers and dining stuff, they had the packages available on the phone. So if you saw our video, you saw that we got the set sail on voyage package. It's just magnetic. The ceiling's magnetic, so all the decorations hung up on the ceiling. So they had the banner, and then this says Disney Wish. That's the magnet piece that hangs up on the top of the ceiling. It came with some pillowcases. Very fancy. We have a Mickey one, and I think a Minnie one. Yeah. Mickey and Minnie pillowcases. Then we had a whiteboard and a marker on the bathroom door when we came in. We could write notes on it. And then the main reason I wanted this package was for this. And this is a set sail banner, which you hold with the magnets. Yes, I can put a clip in of it all hanging up in the room so you guys can see what it all looked like when we came in the room. Yeah. That. It also came with this towel. Yeah. This towel is huge, so hold on. Oh, very big towel. It says Disney Wish. That's a nice tablecloth. Alright, let's just leave it for the rest of the video. Alright, there we go. Lovely. Okay, so also in our stateroom, back in the desk drawer, they do have the postcards again, and the stationery and the pen, so be sure you can get that out of your stateroom. At the restaurants, they also have the kids menu, and on Arendelle they had this Arendelle flag, so we asked our server if we could have one. I don't know, we just like having some of the kids menus if they're unique to the restaurant.
Yep. Then we also got a note on our stateroom door. It was a note from Pluto, thanking us for all the little treats we got. And that was on the fortnight before they were signing. So it was really special.
It was
that
really special.
Pluto signed the card.
Then we got a card from Pluto. That made my day, especially because we didn't have the autographs yet. So thank you, Pluto.
Hold on.
What?
Of course, the Disney bed every night would have some Disney chocolates.
Oh, yeah.
They're not quite the same as they used to be, but it does say Sweet Dreams, and the Mickey ship is on it. And then
the cruise line's on it.
Yeah, and it has a little Mickey Mouse on it. So there's some that we didn't eat yet. Then if you snag some soap in the bathroom, they'll replace it. So you take some home and then leave one for the ship. We also got... our group was Donald for the luggage tags. We always just take them as souvenirs. Maybe one day we'll have all the different characters.
Yes. Every cruise, you guys can do a fish extender, and we have a full video on that if you want to go check out what a fish extender is. This time we didn't do fish extenders, but we did put out our fish extender pockets, and we did get pixie dusted. And pixie dusted is, you're not just part of a group, but people can just leave little things in your pockets on your door.
Just randomly.
Yeah.
So we did get pixie dusted, and this is what we got.
We got some Mickey Mouse earbuds. We got a light card. So you have to put this in the card slot to turn the lights on and off and to charge things in your room. So we got one of those.
We got a Disney Wish inaugural sale bracelet. We actually got 3 of those, one for each of us.
We got a Mickey pirate tattoo.
And this wasn't pixie dust. This was from the cast member. So a new cast member was working for GVC, and she saw us and talked to us on Castaway, and then she saw us later on the ship, and she gave us these.
Okay.
We also got this little pouch, which would be really good for holding, like, well, I know it's supposed to be probably makeup, but we probably put memory cards in here.
Yeah, the little Mickeys are super cute.
Yeah. And then we also got magnets from a viewer.
Yeah.
And someone that was in our group. And these are really cool. She said her husband made these. And it's got Rapunzel and Peter Pan. And
the Disney Wish. And he
year.
made those, so we'll have to put these on the fridge.
Yeah, these are so cute.
Very cute.
Next up, we are going to show you guys what we won in Disney Trivia.
This bag is heavy.
Yes, this bag and everything in it is what we won at Disney Trivia.
So do you want to wait first? Do you want to tell about the medals?
Yes. So unfortunately, the last 2 sailings we've been on, the Mickey medals have been completely out.
Yes.
On our back-to-back 3-night cruise, they did come in, but they weren't handing them out yet. And they said that they were actually new medals. So look out for this. We were one of the first ones to know about it, but we just didn't get to see them yet. That they're not just Mickey medals anymore. They're Chippendale, Daisy, Donald.
Yeah, they have different characters on them.
And we should have gotten so many of them, and now we're really sad. But we have all of this to share, so let's show them what we got.
So some of the trivias, we each got an item for winning, and some trivias, they only gave us 1 item per our group.
Yeah.
So one of those items was the cup. We got this as a group. We did not get our own. That was one of the trivias.
Then we got lots of blue Disney cruise journals.
Yes.
And we already had a couple of these from other ship trivias.
But we got lots of blue journals. We've got tons of
these red Disney
We won 11?
Yes. We won 11 trivias between the 2 cruises, and they were all different trivias.
So lots of
red journals. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
So I think what we would like to do is once we hit 1,000 subscribers, help us out, guys. Send our videos to your friends so they can subscribe. Send Disney lovers. We would love to give some of this stuff away. We also have like 12 luggage tags that we won from the Disney Fantasy that we've still been waiting to give away to people, and more details to come on that once we hit 1,000 subscribers. Come on.
So, and there's our stack of journals and
Also, a
notebooks.
part of the giveaway are going to be some fidget spinners.
We've got fancy Disney Cruise Line fidget spinners.
Lots and lots of fidget spinners. We would put them in our classroom, but our children's hands are not big enough to use one.
Yes. So we've got a whole bunch of fidget spinners.
We teach preschool, so we've tried fidget spinners in the room before, but the kids can't hold them right, so they usually have to put them on the table and spin them.
So it does have the Disney Cruise Line logo on it, and we have a whole bunch of them from winning. And then we also won this bag, and this was another one of those trivias where they just passed out one prize for the whole group. So we did get the bag to share, we got the cup to share. I think some of the journals were actually shared, and then some we each got our own for each trivia.
So we have a lot to give away, so please be sure to subscribe.
We put these away. Okay, so on our first sailing, the 4-night cruise we did, Disney character hugs were back. However, the autographs were not back. We did put on our comment card, bring back autographs please, very soon. And then on the back-to-back, the 3-night, they started signing.
Yay.
So we did bring our picture frame.
We got one in case.
Yeah, we brought it just in case because we weren't sure if they were going to sign or not. So we each got our own picture frame signed. We do this with every ship, and now I'm so glad we did the back-to-back because I would have been very upset if the characters signed and we got right off the ship and then they signed the next day. So we were able to get our picture frame signed from the 3-night. That was the very first time they ever brought back autographs and the first time they ever had autographs on the Disney Wish. So we got all the characters.
This picture frame just came from Target, and I printed off the Disney Wish words right there, and we just glued it on, and then they signed around it.
Yeah, the Disney logo.
Yeah.
And then now we have all of them for all 5 ships, and hopefully we can keep that tradition going with the new ships ahead.
Yeah.
All right, now we can show you things we actually bought.
So we had to get Mickey Mouse with his little foot saying inaugural sailing.
Yeah.
And we just thought he was so cute.
Yes, I wanted some merch with the inaugural sailing, and it says Disney Wish on there.
Another piece of merch we got that says inaugural sailing is this blanket.
Yes, I haven't even opened mine yet.
So here's the blanket. It says inaugural sailing. Has Mickey and Minnie and the ship on it. There you go. Very soft, very cozy.
All right, next up is our Disney Spirit jerseys. You know we can't go on a cruise without getting the Spirit jersey. So there are 2 different types of Spirit jerseys on the Disney Wish. They have this one, and then they also have, this is gold lettering with like a purpley burgundy color, and it's actually a lot prettier in person, I think, than it was on camera that we saw from other people's vlogs.
And the Wish has 2 Spirit jerseys. Yes. They have this one and then the white one with the characters on it. We decided to go with this one.
And also a tip, if you want a Spirit jersey on the Wish, get in there the first night because they do sell out in different sizes. They didn't even have the white one in our size or in like small, medium, or large, like the whole
it was
cruise.
all like triple X, I think, or double X, and an extra small. So they sell out quickly. They have a lot there, but the main sizes sell out quickly.
Yes, and another tip is they do keep restocking things throughout the cruise, so just keep checking back each night. But they never restocked those white Spirit jerseys in those correct sizes, so, or in the small, medium, large sizes.
Yeah, they were out.
All right, and one last thing that I wanted to say about the Spirit jersey is we thought that the Spirit jersey for the Wish was going to keep in theme with the other 4 ships. So all the Spirit jerseys from the previous cruises have the Stern character on the back. So we were really excited because Rapunzel is one of our favorites, and we thought Rapunzel was going to be on the back of this.
So we thought there was going to be a white Spirit jersey with Rapunzel coming down, and we really wish they had kept that because we want all of them from all the ships with that.
So,
and Rapunzel was my favorite, so I really wanted it.
I hope they can make that in the future and keep up with the Stern characters on the back of the Spirit jerseys because that's what we really wanted. But this purple one is actually a lot prettier in person.
It's really pretty though.
So, okay, so that's all I have to say about Spirit jerseys. The last thing from the Wish was our Christmas ornament. So we have a Christmas ornament of the cruise ship from every ship. And on the past 4 ships, they used to have a logo right here that said like Disney Dream, Disney Fantasy. This one does not have that, but it does say Disney Wish on the side, and you can tell that it's the Wish because it's got like the Aqua Mouse. The last thing we have is just one thing from Castaway.
Yep, and that was it. So I got the Castaway shirt with the airplane on it. It says get there fast and then take it slow. And that was the shirt I bought at Castaway.
And then this one I got with Mickey on it. And I just love the color blue of this shirt, and I like that the design's in the front.
Yeah, and Mickey's just chilling in a hammock.
And the other thing was about Castaway, again, the sizes were very limited. They didn't have this at first, and then we checked at the end of the day before getting back on, and they ended up putting out more sizes, and they had my size. So just be sure if there's something you want and you check in the morning,
check before you get back on the ship.
Yeah, check one more time because they might restock they might be getting merch off the ship to restock.
Yep, and unloading things.
So I think that concludes our Disney merch part of this video. Oh, I did want to show, before the Disney Wish trip, we did go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So I just wanted to show you, we did get our Let's Boo This candy bag, and on the way out we did get our free Halloween poster.
Yep.
And that was the first time we went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'll put it in the corner. Now, let's move on to our Disney Wish review.
Yeah, so we have a lot of things to talk about, but we're going to try to condense it down. And let's start with the Grand Hall, because that's the first thing you see when you come in.
Yes.
So I loved the Grand Hall. I thought it was very beautiful. We loved the staircase going up all the floors.
Yeah, because in the previous ships, it went up to deck 4 and stopped. This one goes from deck 4 and deck 5, which I really liked that part of it. We loved the chandelier. I loved how the chandelier could do the kiss goodnight, the pirate night,
the good morning
show, how it can change colors, and it's like
very magical.
Yes, it's cued to the music and the theming of it.
And if you go to deck 5 and look at the chandelier, it is so much bigger in person than you might see in pictures.
Than you think it is.
Yeah. The only thing we didn't like in the lobby, the Grand Hall, was the statue of Cinderella.
Her face.
Everybody's been talking about it. It's her face. She looks a little creepy. The smile. I think it's the smile, the way they did the smile.
Yeah, the rest of it, Lucifer, the mice, the body is fine.
Love
like
the
dress, everything looks good.
Love Lucifer. He was so cute.
I just wish they could have done a little bit better on the face of Cinderella. Other than that, great job, Disney. Okay, so the next thing about the layout is the elevators. A lot of people said they did not like the 2 elevators. For this one, it's between the forward and the mid, and there's one there, and then there's one between the mid and the aft. The other ships had 3 elevators, forward, mid, and aft.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be a really big issue too from hearing people's reviews, but actually it wasn't as big of a deal as we thought.
And it helped with the middle staircase, like the Grand Hall staircase going to deck 5. That helped. And then actually behind the stage on deck 3, between deck 3 and 4, there's 2 side staircases that help. So like during character meet and greets and things, when they have the middle stair blocked off, you can go right behind the stage and there's these stairs right there. So that helped us get to characters quicker.
Yeah.
So for us, it wasn't a big deal. I heard people with disabilities, wheelchairs, that was pretty difficult for them. We can see why it's a problem for some people, but for us, it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. We got used to it. Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even really realize there was 2 elevators. It just felt like that's where they should be. Like it didn't bother us as much as we thought it would.
So that change we were fine with. Another change that we weren't so fine with was the spaces and like the lounges. Even though the ship was a little bit bigger than the Dream and Fantasy,
didn't feel like
it didn't feel like it. The spaces, they crowded into the big spaces.
The rooms.
Yeah.
Talking about the rooms, the lounges, the Keg and Compass, the Triton, all these spaces, these rooms were so much smaller and narrower
and skinnier,
tighter. You couldn't fit as many people in there, but everybody's trying to come into the Triton lounge
for trivia,
come into the Keg and Compass for trivia, while people are still trying to enjoy the pub area of it.
It just felt crowded.
And we would have to get to trivia's like 20-30 minutes beforehand just to get a seat.
Yeah.
They did do trivia in the Bayou once, and it was so full. We were sitting on the floor in the hallway just to be a part of the trivia. So.
Yeah, so a lot of the spaces were skinnier. Even the hallways and at different points around the ship felt skinnier. One lounge we did like that they upgraded from the D lounge was the Luna Lounge. I just had one. I liked that it was 2 stories. I liked that you could walk by on deck, 5, and just look in and see what was happening. But if you were on deck 5 and you wanted to participate in the game, you couldn't just go into the Luna Lounge right there and go down to participate. You had to go all the way.
Stairs.
Yeah, there's no stairs in the Luna Lounge, so you had to go all the way
out of the Luna Lounge.
Yeah. To
down
a
the hallway, to a staircase, go down, and then back
all the way back over
just to get to deck 4 to participate in the show. If you want to participate in the show, just make sure you sit on the bottom floor, deck 4. I think.
Yeah, deck 4.
So
that was my complaint about the Luna Lounge. They should have had a little staircase inside the Luna Lounge, so that people sitting up top, if they decide later they want to participate, they can just go straight down.
Yeah,
other than that, I love the Luna Lounge. Much more space. Good for the game shows. So let's talk about Mickey's main sale.
Yes.
Mickey's main sale was moved to deck 5.
Yes.
That's fine that they put shops up there. Was it the right shop they moved up there?
No.
They took up so much space on deck 3 for the watches and the jewelry and the diamonds and these big old cases of things people normally cannot afford when they're with their family. You had people looking in there, but you don't need the whole floor to have jewelry laid out.
They had more space than some of those lounges.
Yeah, that was a waste of space. I'm sorry, Disney. That was a waste of space.
Yeah.
If you had stuck Mickey's main sale back down there in the place of those 3 or 4, or I don't even know how many shops that they put down there for jewelry, it would have been so much better. People wanted Mickey's main sale.
So I think Mickey's main sale should have been brought back down to deck 3 where it had more space, because the Mickey main sale on deck 5 was very skinny, very long. It still had room, but it was
tight.
Everybody was very skinny, like a skinny hallway filled with merch, and people are trying to get around in there. So I think they should have switched it. Those jewelry shops could have had that space up top, because not a lot of people go in there at the same time. Mickey's main sale needs more space.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
To getting upset about it.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
I think it could be an easy fix. Disney, if you're watching, just switch the signs and the merch. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. You'll make everybody happier.
They probably like rent out.
I think I know why they did it. And this is, I think they wanted to move some of that congestion between dinner and showtime upstairs. I think they were trying to get people out of that hallway walkway so that people would be going upstairs to shop rather than downstairs. And I think that was a good idea, but you still had characters coming out. So you still had, on the stage, so those lines wrapped around the stage down the hallway. So you still had, like, if you watch our video with Chippendale meet and greet, the meet and greet part, you can see that the line wraps all the way down beside those diamond shops, and it's still crowded.
All right, so moving on, let's start with the shows. The first show that you see is the set sail party.
This is the best set sail show out of the entire fleet.
Yes. This was our favorite one. We absolutely loved it. I want to go back on the Wish just so I can see the show again.
The only characters I would add is Chippendale.
Yes.
Other than that,
I loved how they incorporated the fairy godmother and everything. Oh,
all the princesses.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
For the set sail show, they had the fairy godmother come out. The last night, they had the fairy godmother come out on the balcony. It's the Disney Wish. You need to have the fairy godmother do a meet and greet.
Yes. It's only right. She's already there.
I think
she's already on the ship.
I think that would have been even better. They should make her a meet and greet. All right, so let's talk about the Walt Disney Theater shows that you can get aboard. The Disney Wish, you have Seas the Adventure, The Little Mermaid, and Aladdin. Aladdin is pretty close to the one on the Fantasy.
Yes. New effects.
Yeah, a few little new things there. Still a wonderful show.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid was very good.
Yeah, we really liked Little Mermaid.
We really liked Little Mermaid. And then Seas the Adventure was really, really good too.
Like their show that is the main show, like their highlight show. I don't know what they call it. For this ship, all the shows were so good. We didn't know which one was like their main show, like their main event. Because we loved all three. We thought all three were really good. We only had one complaint about Seas the Adventure. It was too short.
Yeah, it was 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And the other shows, you know, are normally an hour long.
If we could have had 1 or 2 more scenes or like the songs, I think it would have been even better. But it was really great, and it made us cry, and we loved it.
Yes, so all the shows were good. All 3 shows were good, and that set sail party was excellent.
All right, next up we are going to review the staterooms. So the staterooms have changed a little bit. Yes. I thought they were absolutely beautiful, and I really liked most of the changes in the room.
Yes.
I love the night light feature in the bathroom.
Yes.
I
was going to say I liked how the lights were actually labeled on
yes.
which button you were hitting for which light, and the bathroom lights moved into the bathroom. They weren't in the hallway anymore.
Right. I like the shelving between the 2 closets as well. And the only thing we missed was the dresser. We don't really use the dresser a lot, but I could see if it was a longer cruise or you had more people that the dressers could come in handy. So there was a lot more shelving space, and then there was a lot less storage in this
for our big suitcases.
Right.
We couldn't just unpack it
because there was nowhere to put our clothes.
So we had to,
not everything is like in the closet to hang up.
So we left our stuff in our suitcase, but we had to keep sliding our suitcase out from under the bed anytime we wanted to get in our suitcase full of stuff. We actually, for the 3rd suitcase, so our 2 suitcases were under the bed, and then the 3rd suitcase we had to move the seat for the desk, move it, slide it under the little nightstand, and we had where the desk was, we slid a suitcase there just to keep some space.
There was room in the closet to put your suitcase, but that's kind of if you unpack everything, but there wasn't a lot of room to unpack everything. Like you had the shelving, but I didn't pull all my clothes out to put on the shelves, and then I didn't really need too much hung up, so a little less storage, like drawer space wise.
But we were still able to make it work.
What other changes do we like? We like the lights in the closet.
Oh,
when you open the door. That was really nice.
So when you open the door, it automatically turns on for the light. And I liked the shelves above the desk area. They were like long, skinny shelves. And it was like my whole charging station.
Yeah, and the plugs were right there too on the desk.
Yeah, the plugs, there was plenty of plugs. It was a change. There is a European plug now.
USB-C and B. And the regular plugs. So lots of plugs. That was a great change.
And then next to the beds, there's the 2 lights. They're not the map lights anymore. It does still have a Mickey on it, but they have a dimmer now. And that was very good.
Yeah.
Also, like if somebody was sleeping, you want to turn on the light, you could just turn it on a little bit. Yeah. And it wasn't disturbing. I really like that feature, and I hope
they could update those in the other ships, I think, to make it a dimmer light.
It was useful, it was helpful, and a very small change that they made, but still very helpful to the room.
Yeah, and the curtain light.
Oh,
the light above the curtain, I really like that. Another change to the room was the phone. The phone got moved from the bedside table to one of the shelves on the desk.
And it was like to the wall.
Yeah, it was upright, hanging on the wall. And it was really it was still usable, but at the same time it wasn't in the way because, you know, we have our glasses, we've got things charging on the nightstand, so it cleared up that space. Another change to that nightstand area was there was no clock.
There's no clock in the entire room.
No alarm clock. Usually they used to have alarm clocks, and they would even set the time in case you were doing a time zone change.
Yeah. So. And then the other change was the TV.
Oh, yeah.
So the TV is mounted to the wall. It's a lot bigger. I like that it was bigger.
And we like that it was directly with the bed.
It was directly with the bed, but if someone's sleeping on the couch and they want to see the TV, you can't move it. It doesn't swivel anymore, and it's not between the 2. It's not by the curtain. It's on the wall.
It felt more sturdy on the wall.
It was fine. Either one was fine. I like the TV was bigger, so. Yeah. But we're barely in the room anyways because we're running around the ship all day, so. Yeah.
But I really thought the theming in the hallways to match the rooms were really great. The rooms were beautiful. The artwork in the rooms were beautiful. The carpet detail, the light details outside in the hallway were beautiful, and it matched the rooms.
Yeah, I like how the fish extenders matched the room.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And the pictures, they still have all the beautiful pictures and artwork in the hallways and even the stairwells.
Most of the stairwells even matched the floor that they were on.
Yeah. The only thing I I also missed a little bit was the interactive pictures. Kimi said she saw one.
I saw one moving.
One moving picture.
Yeah.
But none of the other pictures moved. I know that they have a game coming out that'll be more interactive with your phone, but
I think you could tell which pictures they're going to be. So in the future, we'll have to go back and try that game. But when I walked past one of the Minnie Mouse, maybe Kari can put a picture in. It was Minnie Mouse, like on a bridge, and she walks down the bridge and said, "Ahoy there!" And it just happened out of nowhere. And we went back up there to see if they would do it again, and maybe somebody was testing out the game and I didn't even know it.
But there's no like pictures you can just walk up to and make it move.
Right, without playing the game.
Yeah, without playing the game.
Like,
and they don't have like the Mouse Detective game or anything because they're getting the new one.
Yeah. And overall, I love the staterooms. They were very pretty. It wasn't like nautical, but it was very Disney. And I liked it.
Let's move on to food.
Yes, everybody loves some Disney Cruise Line food.
So they have the marketplace now instead of cabanas. It's basically the same food. We still loved it. Macaroni and cheese and all that. Perfection.
I thought it was really pretty. I
loved the design of it. There were some table issues, like just how close everything was together.
And I love the kids' corner added.
Oh yeah, the lower counter.
The lower counter. That was a really good idea.
Yes.
So we really loved it. It was still just like cabanas, just a different theming, and I thought it was very pretty.
Yes. Okay, so let's move on to
the Festival of Foods.
Yes, Festival of Foods. A lot of people loved Festival of Foods, and so did we. They have Minnie's Ice Cream, Goofy's Grill, Donald's Cantina with tacos. They had Mickey's.
Yeah, smokestack barbecue.
Yes. And we thought all of it was delicious.
Yes. I love the barbecue the best. That was a great addition.
Yes, the only thing that I missed about that, the Festival of Food area, or like before it was Flo's, Daisy Delights, that's what we missed. We missed the fruit, the pineapple, being able to get those cookies and like the chicken wraps, that type of stand in that area of the ship.
Maybe took out that lookout bar, because we already had a bar, 10 feet down on the deck. If they had put the fruit stand there, that would have been even better.
They don't know what you're talking about. So, Festival of Foods, it wraps around the front, and next to the ice cream stand there was a bar, and it said it was the lookout bar, but then just a few feet away there was like another bar.
Yeah, and that was in the circle bar on the top deck. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know, but they didn't, so I was trying to explain to them. So the lookout bar, they could have just taken that out next to the ice cream stand, and they could have put the fruit in there.
Yeah.
Then that would have been really good. Oh, and one change about the ice cream, it's not self-serve. They have a counter, and the machines are behind the counter, and they have
cast members.
A lot of machines, and they have cast members giving it to you. So they had vanilla, chocolate, banana, and strawberry machines back there, and the cast members would hand it to you.
So overall, we loved the food on the top deck. Now let's go down into the restaurants. The Arendelle restaurant, you had Worlds of Marvel and 1923. Quick review, I personally like 1923 and Arendelle the best. And
let's talk about Arendelle. The live entertainment was wonderful. The singers were great. The food seemed a lot quicker paced there. And
the violin player was amazing. That was probably the highlight, and I know from other vloggers, they said that was one of their highlights of the whole trip.
Yeah, and that's saying something because Frozen is not our favorite movie out of all of them.
I love that.
But Arendelle Restaurant was spectacular.
Do not miss that on your cruise if you decide to dine in another area. We did not do any specialty dining at Enchante
or Palo Steakhouse.
So we can't review that, but they were really gorgeous. We did get to tour the spaces, and we thought they were very pretty. We just didn't eat there. All right, so now we'll talk about 1923. So we got to dine on both sides, Roy and Walt, and just from our experience, the Roy side felt much tighter with the tables, and the Walt side felt more open. I know they said that it's supposed to be kind of like a mirror image of each other on each side, but it didn't feel like that to us.
The Roy side was very tight. The servers had very little space to walk in between tables to get around. And 1923, our waitress told us that the kitchen was extra far away more far away than normal. So it was a very long walk to bring food back and forth. And we saw that with our dinner service. It took a very long time to get our drinks. It took like 30 minutes. It took like an hour to get our food.
Yeah.
It was a very slow process in 1923.
Yeah. But we did think the food was really good. We liked the cases with all the different concept art and stuff, and each case is a different movie. So I really like that too.
Yes, and be sure you take the time. If you can just go in and walk around and look at the cases, just ask them if you can go in while they're not doing dining.
And the cases are different on each side. So
Yes.
if you go into Roy's side, but you have to go to Walt's side too because they are different. And then we have Worlds of Marvel for all you Marvel fans out there. It was a really cute show. We really enjoyed Scott Lang and the Ant-Man show.
And the show is on the screen, and the characters do a very quick walk by.
Yeah.
And
I like the quantum core thing in the middle. That was fun.
Yes. Out of all three restaurants, though, is probably our least favorite food. Moving on.
We're going to talk about the Hero Zone on the top deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
We like the Hero Zone. I did like that it was inside because then you're not in the heat
Yeah.
all the time on the other decks.
Somewhere
You're
to play
outside.
and not
Sweat to death.
Yeah. I like the Incredicourse. Course. I always want to say Incredicoaster. The Incredicourse was a lot of fun. A lot of people were saying it just looks like a cheap blow-up thing.
It was still fun.
It was fun to do. I really liked it. We just wish they still had mini golf.
Like on the Dream and Fantasy.
We did miss that. We'd like to see it come back on the Treasure.
So let's do the Kids Club. This was the best Kids Club out of all the ships, I think.
Yeah, and when we were talking about layout, we didn't mention the Kids Club, but
Oh, yeah.
this was one change that we really liked. Having it on deck 2 with the slide. Genius idea. I think that was a big hit. The adults really enjoyed being able to slide down the slide and go into the Kids Club for open house.
All the spaces in there were very well themed.
The
Loved
art
it.
on the wall was amazing.
The Small World Nursery was so beautiful.
Yeah.
We absolutely loved it. I loved the toddler type of room with the
cruise line.
The cruise line theme. Genius. Loved it. Then you got Fairy Tale Hall, which was beautiful.
That was a little small.
Yes, that's the only thing with that. The Bell's
area
Library
was very
the
tiny.
Tangled art area and the little frozen room. Those rooms were pretty small. I wish they had made those a little bit bigger.
But the decorating, the theming
Perfect.
was great. The Star Wars and Marvel room was
Were a
amazing
lot bigger.
and bigger. And the art on the wall in the hallway matched the room that it was on the other side of.
The Pixar bathrooms.
Oh yeah, the bathroom.
The Pixar
So
bathrooms.
cute.
I love those bathrooms.
We
And
should've
the
went in one.
I know, the Pixar ball. So like if a kid goes in there, it lights up if they're in there, and then it turns off if it's unlocked, so you know if it's taken or not. Love that. And then the Imagineering room.
Yeah, where you can make your own roller coaster. I wish we were able to do that during open house.
Yeah,
That was
so
really cool.
The kids get bands to go into the kids clubs, and they can scan it, and they could actually sit down and design their own roller coaster, and then try it out in the little roller coaster seat thing.
That was so cool.
And so all of the kids area stuff was a really big hit. Everybody loved it. Every space you went into, it's like picture.
Yeah, you just want pictures of the whole
You want pictures of the whole room. You want pictures of each thing in that room.
Yeah.
So if you go to the kids club, prepare your camera because you're going to want to take pictures of everything.
And don't miss the open house for the kids club.
Yeah.
Make it a priority to go down there and at least go in there once a year.
Even the stairs going down, the purple lights on it was beautiful.
With the Cheshire Cat.
And then also adults during open house, you guys can go down the slide. So I highly suggest you doing that.
One more thing about the layout. I enjoyed the spot on deck 5. I think that was a good spot for it.
No.
We didn't even talk about the adults club on the top.
There's so much to talk about the Wish.
Yes.
Let's just say the adult area was not big enough. It was very small. We walked past it. I walked past it twice. I think Kimi walked past it once. There's little infinity pools on one of those top decks.
And I think there's only one hot tub
There
on
was
the entire
two-
ship.
Oh, yeah, there's one hot tub by the Cove Cafe, very tiny. Then they have 2 little infinity pools off the edge.
Yeah.
We walked past it once and barely could even see it. I didn't even get footage of it walking past it. I didn't even get a picture of it.
Because people were in it the whole time. It was crowded.
Very crowded, very tight.
The walkway
and narrow.
between the
It's like the Cove Cafe
and the pool was very tight, very slim.
Yeah. So
The spa was beautiful as always. They really outdone themselves with this one. We just thought that outside area should have been available to anybody
for the
for
adults.
adults. Yeah.
Yeah. the adult space up top, we barely spent any time there. There was hardly any room.
Yeah.
But the spa area was beautiful.
A part of that was the pools. So instead of having a big pool, they had a bunch of little pools, and they were like layered. So that was, I liked the extra balconies, and the reason we liked it was because we had more space for the set sail parties.
Oh yeah, we could.
And the shows, we could see, you know, they had people stacked up like this, kind of like a theater, so you could, you know, not everybody in the back's looking up over everybody.
But they had little spaces where you could, little platforms going up.
Yeah.
And we really liked the platforms because I like standing on one of the platforms to film while everybody else was below me and I didn't have heads in my way.
Yeah, so we liked that.
I really liked that. But the pools on the deck, I don't think people realize, is they're only 6 inches deep for some of those pools.
Except for the Daisy and the Goofy pool. They were as tall as my shoulder. The top ones.
Well, Mickey and Minnie pool were a little bit, but like there was a couple on the side that were just like, you just sit in them. Like, it's not actual swimming pools.
Yeah.
So it's a good spot to like sit down and cool off in the water, but that's it.
Yeah. So not, if you want to swim, you're gonna have a hard time finding a pool to do it in.
You can't swim.
All right, now, can we move down?
Swimming,
down some
actual workout swimming. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So while we're on the subject of the pools, let's just quickly talk about the Aqua Mouse.
Yeah.
First of all, I loved the new seat that you sit in.
Yeah,
it's got the back
for both passengers.
For both people, the back and the front people, you have the back leaning back. I really, really liked that.
Yeah.
You had 2 different shows. You had the Swiss Meltdown and the Scuba one. It was a lot shorter, like, because you go up with the, it was slower.
The water slide part was shorter. I think, you know, most of it is going up the ramp with the screen. So people were saying it's too short, but by the time you get to the fun, like drop part, that part's shorter because you spend half the time going up.
Yeah.
So, but I still loved it. I think it was great. I do think I prefer the Aqua Duck better. I liked them both. I thought they were great.
Yeah.
We really liked it. I mean, a lot of people just said it was too short, and I kind of agree with that, but I thought it was fine. And I like that it stopped and started at the same point.
Oh, yeah.
And
so it wrapped around the whole ship, and then where it started, that's where it ended.
Yeah, and you got off, and then your stuff was right there in the cubbies. So that was a good idea. Now we're going to go down a few decks to the theaters. So the theaters moved. Now they're in the front. I loved the Neverland and Wonderland theater. They were very well decorated.
All the details.
It was very, very nice. They were smaller theaters instead of one big one in the Buena Vista Theater. They had the 2 small ones. I was fine with that change. I did see a review. Someone said that they were in a wheelchair and the door didn't automatically open, so they couldn't get into the theater.
That's right, because it was the handle.
Yeah, you had to pull the handle, so they couldn't get in very well if they were alone. And then they said there was one spot for a wheelchair, but if that spot's full, they couldn't sit in there because they couldn't get up and down the stairs. I read some comments on the Facebook groups for that, but like if you just go in there, you're able to look around. It was really pretty.
Right. But there was less seating in there. They were a lot smaller.
There's fun trivia fact.
Yeah, there's
only 86 seats in one of the theaters and 84 seats in the other. All right, now we're going to move on to the Wi-Fi and your Disney app. So DJ was able to get the Wi-Fi on the trip, and coming from him, he said it was a great price and it worked very well. So there are 3 packages that you can get for Wi-Fi. So I think, we're going to double check this, but I think the smallest package was $12 a day. $24 a day was the middle package, and like $36 for the big package. We heard great Wi-Fi reviews. We didn't use it ourselves, but we did hear really good reviews for it.
Yes. So I know that's been a very good improvement compared to the last 4 cruise ships. And I think the Disney Dream was redoing their Wi-Fi package to match the Wish because they were getting such good reviews. So hopefully they can make those changes on all the ships.
Yeah.
And keep those lower prices with it.
We're going to talk about the app was trivia. It's called the Knows More Presents Trivia. It does not tell you what kind of trivia it is. It only did for 2 of them. It did tell us Ultimate Disney Trivia, and it did tell us like Disney Trivia Level 1 and Level 2. But if you wanted Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, other times we did get Disney Trivia and it wasn't labeled it. So maybe that's an easy
Castaway trivia.
Yeah, I think that's an easy fix. They just need to title it. People want to know which trivia they're going to. We sat there and like highlighted every single trivia on the trip because we didn't know which one they were going to do. If you go to a cast member, you can ask them the morning of. They should have a schedule of which trivias are throughout the day. You can ask them which ones are which, but I think it should be on the app.
From our previous cruise, they used to do it and then they took it away and then they brought it back. The character meet and greets. It used to say character meet and greet, but we did not know which character would come out. And this was on the Fantasy
in November of
last
21.
November 2021 on our Maritime cruise. It would just say character. We didn't know which character was coming out. They changed it again, so now it said character photo Mickey.
Or it said appear and wave. If it said appear and wave, like on Castaway, it means they weren't really stopping for pictures. They were just out playing in the sand or whatever. If it said character photo, it was an actual, like, you can stand there, get a hug, get a picture, get an autograph.
Yes. So they brought that back, which was very good. All right, everybody. I think that's going to do it. Thank you for listening to us. If you are still with us on our little rant about Disney Wish and what we liked, disliked, and what they could improve on. We appreciate your guys' time, but we won't keep you any longer. So
don't forget to subscribe, and when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we can't wait to give away some of this Disney merch. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, travelers!